Kendra was the spark that I needed physically to move myself into just a place of fitness. I said yes to working with her at barreALLEY and doing this program with her, and it totally changed my life. My name is Valerie Silva. I am the Director of Procurement for an engineering and construction firm in the pharmaceutical industry. I really was at a point in my life where I was living very complacently. I was alive, of course, but I was not living. And I was faced with a decision for my career of whether I continued to stay in a job where really I was just existing and not living up to my full potential, not being challenged, or I could take an opportunity with a new job and really challenge myself, really throw myself into something that felt like it was bigger than who I was at the moment. And then I chose the challenge, and that started my year of yes.
So she came up to me at a Christmas party and was like, your website.
I was probably a bottle of wine deep at that point. I decided to go to Kendra and tell her that barreALLEY was not inclusive for fat people.
Nobody looks like me on your website, in your classes, on your Instagram.
And I could not do a program such as barreALLEY because it was not for me. It was not for people of my body style.
I said, why don't you be that person?
And I said no, and no, and no.
It took her 4 months to say yes to me.
She asked again, and I looked at my husband and he said, I guess you have to say yes because it's the year of yes.
So we kind of built a 3-day-a-week program for 12 weeks.
This is the first class of a new program.
And it totally changed my life from a physical standpoint. It really changed my life.
I love to refer to barreALLEY as graceful torture. It is such a challenging format, but it is doable.
She met me where I was physically and made modifications that made it still very, very challenging, but accessible to somebody like me.
Okay, let's start with a lunge. She was so worried about a lunge.
I stopped her, I said, no, sorry, we're gonna have to find something else. I don't do lunges. My body's not made for lunges.
And she is way stronger than she gave herself credit for.
And I could tell she wanted to laugh and she didn't. She said, lunges are hard for everyone. That's kind of the point.
Those things can be done at home by anyone.
I've lost 70 pounds this year, 70 pounds.
So if I was talking to people like Valerie, who she has come so far in a year, and there are always these quotes of like, this could be you in 6 months, this could be you in a year. For me, and I think I can speak to Valerie, that is overwhelming. Let's start with day one. Let's start with one class. And that snowballs. And the momentum that you get from just trying something or just committing one workout, 1 week, that turns into 9 months.
When I look at my journey and how far I've come, I look at where I started and I see a different person from who I am today.
The way I choreograph and format workouts is definitely with a functional mindset.
If I were talking to somebody who was contemplating starting a barreALLEY program, I would really encourage them to not feel intimidated.
And I don't care who you are or where you've started, we all need that baseline. And once we can capture the baseline, and then it's not so scary.
You'll find that over time, as the strength builds, that gets easier and all those moves get easier and the whole fitness program and mentality gets easier.
So it doesn't have to be this overwhelming goal. You are allowed to start small. That's how everything, I'm not trying to change the world, I just want to move the needle.
I feel like it's a then and now. Living on the sidelines, I realized it's not okay when you have active kids. I want to be this role model for them. I want to participate and have fun as a family and do all of these things. And now I have that energy to be able to do that. I am literally filled with joy so much more of the time than I was before. I truly have so much happiness and energy in my life. It's indescribable.